When NJN News continues, why a piece of Revolutionary War history here in Trenton is closing down. The story next. A leading state historic site that figured as a turning point of the American Revolution finds itself in retreat this month. The old barracks in Trenton that once housed Hessian soldiers defeated by General Washington will be closed to the general public this month and next because of budget cuts. We enlisted State House correspondent Jim Hooker to look into this latest casualty of the state budget.
The fresh recruits piling into the barracks this day were 68 eighth graders from Clinton Public School in Warren County.
The British Crown! The British Crown!
It wasn't long before they were fully immersed in 18th century soldier life, compliments of longtime barracks reenactors like Fred Minus.
This is a triangular bayonet. It has 3 sides. It cuts deep, wide, and continuous.
But it's budget cuts as much as bayonet cuts that are on the minds of barracks staff these days. Because of some $85,000 in cutbacks in state support, the barracks has closed its gates until February 26th to all but school and other tour groups who've already made commitments.
The responsible thing was to, pack the cuts into the least busy time of the year, so that way we can reopen with all our full programs.
The museum had been operating with the help of the same $375,000 in state funding annually dating back to the early 1990s. This at a time when health care costs for its dozen or so workers have climbed more than 500%. The barracks executive director says he's hopeful this historic treasure won't have to be closed again next year. He says the operation will redouble its fundraising efforts to try to avoid it. The barracks raises more than half its funding itself through its gift shop, corporate grants, and fundraisers.
Do you think it was right that that king of ours, this George III, saw fit to send foreign troops against us? Do you think that was right?
This is a regular part of our study of the American Revolution.
Veteran 8th grade history teacher Joyce Kusin has been taking her classes here for the past 15 years.
There's nothing that I or any teacher can do in a classroom with a book and 4 walls, and even with videos and internet, that you can make it real for the kids. So coming to a facility like this, is just, to borrow a phrase from the media, is priceless.
It's better than just sitting in a classroom and listening to a lecture the whole time. You can actually see the people, how they're dressed, how they act and talk, and hear from them what actually happened. When you're reading it, you're just reading it, but now you're in it.
Museum staff says the Trenton Barracks is especially significant, not just as the turning point of the American Revolution after Washington's surprise Christmas march on Trenton, but because it is the last remaining barracks of its kind, dating from the French and Indian War. Jim Hooker, NJN News, Trenton.
And that's NJN News. I'm Kent Manahan. From all of us here, thanks for watching. We hope to see you again tomorrow.